This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and verse 21. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings, and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. Shalom, shalom, Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakurash. Alright, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations unto the elect. Alright, today's video is going to be based off this article you see before you. Alright, so pretty much, slack it. Pretty much, people are trying to protest against this Trump dude. Alright, they want to protest against Trump to, I don't know, get him out of office or something. Which goes to show you the hypocritical nature of these people. Okay, they don't know what they want. Trump was clearly stating that he was going to do tariffs. Is doing everything he said he was going to do. Okay, starting from the immigration, going to the tariffs. But these people are so dumb, they don't know what anything means anymore. They probably thought tariffs was something for them to make money. Now all of a sudden people want to protest against Trump. But that's why I started off with the book of Daniel. Okay, the Lord setteth up kings. All right, the Lord did this. All right, so I want to start off with a little bit of this article by The Guardian entitled Massive Anti-Trump Protest Expected Saturday in D.C. and across the U.S. It says more than 1,000 handoff protests planned against all-out assault on our government, economy, and basic rights. Okay, and this was posted today at 6 in the morning, EDT. Okay, April 5th. It says left-leaning organizations say that more than 500,000 people are expected to take to the streets to protest in Washington, D.C., Florida, and elsewhere around the country on Saturday to oppose Donald Trump's authoritarian overreach and billionaire-backed agenda. It says, Move On, one of the organizations planning the day of protest, they're calling Hands Off, along with dozens of labor, environmental, and other progressive groups, said that more than 1,000 protests are planning across the U.S., including at state capitals. Okay, so these people are starting to take matters into their own hands. All right, they're starting to wanting to take matters into their own hands. All right, they want a new president, they want a new king to rule over them. Okay, but it doesn't work like that. Okay, you're not just gonna choose a new king, right? The Lord uh put this new king in front of you. All right, the Lord set it up, this king. You ain't set it up. All right, you ain't set it up. The Lord set it up. So this is the book of Daniel 2 and verse 20. I'm gonna start at 20. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. All right, wisdom and might are the Lord's. Okay. But these people don't understand the Lord's wisdom because they have no wisdom. All right. These people think that doing this can somehow, you know, put them in a better spot. These people think that this is really gonna change anything. Your efforts aren't in vain. All right. It says verse 21. And he changeth the times and the seasons, right? Okay. So when it's spring, when it's March, all right, slacking. When it's April, it's so-called spring. Okay, when it's December, it's the winter. All right, June it starts going into summer. Okay, right now we're expecting some sunny days. Okay, but in terms of you know prophecy, the Lord also changes the time and the seasons. Okay, right now is a time of prophecy. Right now, the Lord is ramping things up. Okay, the Lord did not make a blood moon on the same day of the Passover by accident. You know, you think, oh shit, yeah, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. No, man, the Lord knew. Right, the Lord definitely knew what He was doing, man. It says, He removeth kings and setteth up kings. Right, the Lord removes kings. If the Lord don't want Trump to be in office anymore, he ain't gonna be in office anymore. But guess what? This Trump dude, he could be the guy to set off World War III. The amount of people he done pissed off. Okay, he could very well be the last president we ever, you know, there ever is in the United States. You know, could there be another? Could there be, another election? Maybe, but we're not hoping for that. All right, we expecting Trump to be the last one, but obviously the Lord's timing is perfect. Okay, if the Lord wanted it to be another couple years, there'll be another couple years. Okay, and it'll be all to perfection. All right, because we may want it to be now, but the Lord knows everything. We only know what's going on, on the outside. The Lord knows what's going on the inside. All right. So it says, He giveth wisdom unto the wise. All right, and knowledge to them that know understanding. Right. So we understand that these things are coming to pass. Okay, these people don't. These people are not wise. These people think that just by going protesting, these people really think that they have any authority over the government, man. All right. So I'm gonna go back to the article. It says this is shaping up to be the biggest single day protest in the last several years of American history. Ezra Levin, a founder of Indivisible, one of the groups planning the event, said on a recent organization call, the largest event is expected to be on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., where members of Congress, including the Democrats Jamie Raskin of Maryland, Maxwell Frost of Florida, and Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, are scheduled to speak to crowds. Okay, so these people got a whole actual Democrats and whatnot working for them. But they are puppets. Okay, they're all puppets. So I'm gonna go back to Daniel 2, verse 22. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth in him. All right. It says, I thank thee, verse 23, I thank thee and praise thee, O thou power of my fathers, who hath given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me now what we desire of thee, for thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Right? The Lord made it known unto us what these elites are trying to do, man. All right? These elites don't got your best interest in mind. Okay? And that's a lot of you people problem. Okay, you trust into Babylon. You trust into Babylon. All right, spiritual Egypt. You don't trust in the Lord. What did the scriptures say about doing that? All right. Real quick. I believe that's in the book Isaiah, but I could be wrong. Yep, Isaiah 31 and verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because there are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. Right, so you going down to Babylon, okay, which is spiritual Egypt. All right, you going down here for help. You coming. You want these people to give you this. You get the food stamps. Okay, women are at ease right now. Okay, women got the food stamps, child care, or child protection, or whatever. I forget what it's called. Um, I forget what it's called. Child support. There you go. Salakia. Yeah, but these women gotta get child support. Okay, they get food stamps. Everything's given to them. All right, and to you men, you think all you do is sit on the couch. A lot of men are fucking lazy. All right, and there's a lot of wicked, scoffing ass men too. So the Lord is coming to judge everybody. All right, because you trust into Egypt. It says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. Right, you don't seek the Lord. A lot of men like to just smoke weed, and stay in your fucking house. You know, a lot of you men are fucking, ignorant assholes, man. Ignorant assholes. All right, it says, no, that's it on that. All right, I'm gonna grab one more and I'll close out. All right, because you gotta understand that the Lord is ultimately in control of everything, man. All right, this is the book of Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. Right. So the king's heart, which is the mind, is in the hands of the Lord. Okay, and these elites, they think that they know what they're doing, but really the Lord is controlling them. The Lord is allowing them to think that they know what they're doing when they really don't. You know? They don't. Verse 2, every way of a man in his own eyes, Salakia, every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord Yahweh pondereth the hearts, right? The Lord pondereth your hearts, man. Let me get this word right here. Pondereth. Let me get it. Pondereth. Or matter of fact, let me get the blue letter. No, it was in what, Isaiah 21. It's like your Proverbs 21. In verse 2. The word for pondereth.
Strong's H8505. Tachan. Tachan.
Tahan. Alright. Tahan, and it means a primitive root to balance, measure out, figuratively to arrange, equalize, through the idea of leveling, bear up, direct. Alright. It says to regulate, measure, estimate, ponder, balance, make even, level, weigh, be equal, to be estimated, to be made even or right, be adjusted to the standard, to be measured out, right? So the Lord is in control of everything, man. You know, the Lord is in control of everything. All right, so you know that's pretty much the point. You know, Lord willing was uplifting. Okay, I want to give our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. All right, these protests and shit, they're it's all in vain. Shalom.